měli zabývat klíčovými oblastmi pro podnikání družstevnictví, ale než začneme, tak já bych poprosil paní poslankyni Konečnou o zdravici a hostů a účastníků.
Děkuji moc, já se omlouvám, že jdu pozdě a času je málo, ale já bych moc chtěla poděkovat nadaci Roze Lucemburkové, ze kterou jsme to dali dohromady. Já teď mluvím ne za sebe jako za Kateřinu Konečnou, ale za celou frakci NRL, která se podílí na tom dnešním dni. A pevně věřím, že je to den, který nastartuje tu společnou debatu o tom, jak dál, a jehož výsledkem snad za nějakou poměrně krátkou dobu bude i něco zcela konkrétního legislativního v České republice. Já jako NRL se samozřejmě intenzivně věnujeme těmto tématům, ať už sociálního podnikání nebo družstevnictví, ale jsem moc ráda, že to byl právě kolega z České republiky, náš Jirka Maštálka, Klárka o tom dneska ráno mluvila, který vlastně prolomil tu bariéru té zprávy o tom, aby vůbec jsme měli na komisi ten trošku větší bič, jestli to tak můžu říct, v tom, že Evropský parlament si přeje, aby tyto věci začaly být upravovány, aby jsme se jim věnovali. A já vím, že v řadě regionů České republiky to takto také funguje, že vznikají různé klastry sociálních podniků a podobně, ale pořád si myslím, že máme hodně co dohánět na té legislativní centrální úrovni. A tam bych chtěla nabídnout jediné, že vám všem, kteří jste odborníci v té oblasti, my se budeme snažit být co nejvíc nápomocní a tvrdě prosazovat to, že už není možné dále bez zákona, který by vám pomohl dále vlastně fungovat v tom prostředí, v jakém funguje řada z vás, kteří sociální podnikání už provozujete, nebo sociální družstva, ale i řadě, kterým bychom rádi nabídli to, aby se do tohoto konceptu a tento koncept přijali a podpořili ho. Takže já ještě jednou moc díky Roze Lucemburk nadaci, která nám s tím moc pomohla, že jsme tu dneska ve složení, v jakém jsme, že tady máme tak vzácné hosty, jaké máme, ale pevně věřím, že se tady vidíme dnes poprvé, ale že těch setkání teď bude následovat velká řada k tomu, abychom si mohli ideálně ve velmi krátkém čase říct, že jsme to posunuli i na tu úroveň, kam to dneska potřebujeme dostat, a to je úroveň ministerstev a vlády, které prostě nám budou muset připravit ten koncept tak, aby byl reálně realizovatelný pro celou Českou republiku. Takže ještě jednou díky, že jste přišli a já se těším na výsledky. Děkuju.
Děkuji za pozdrav. Taky se všichni určitě těšíme na výsledky. Dneska v tomto bloku budeme mluvit o tom, že jak se může družstevnictví zapojit do podpory obnovitelných zdrojů energie a elektrifikace. Možná taky proto jsem byl pozván, já bych to moderoval, protože to je jedno z témat, které mě zajímá, a prostě mi to nedá, abych tady nepřipomněl to, že Česká republika, nebo Československá republika byla hlavním hráčem v době, kdy se elektrifikovalo. Tak právě ten zákon o systematické podpoře elektrifikace z roku 1919, který vstoupil v účinnost v roce 1920, tak byl přelomovým zákonem možná na téhle planetě, protože z Československa se stala nejrychleji elektrifikující se země na planetě, která před druhou světovou válkou byla vlastně nejvíce elektrifikovanou zemí na téhle planetě. A to včetně teda Slovenska, Podkarpatské Rusy, které samozřejmě ten průměr stahovaly hrozně dolů. A velkou roli v tom samozřejmě hrálo, nebo klíčovou roli v tom hrálo družstevnictví. Mohu připomenout podnik nebo družstvo Dačice nad Jizerou, které v té poslední fázi před druhou světovou válkou mělo pod sebou elektrifikaci 29 měst a 460 obcí. Jedno družstvo v městské části, které je dneska součástí Benátek nad Jizerou. Takže ta tradice tady je, navíc jako zkušenosti třeba ze Spojených států, kde vlastně ta obrovská zaostalost elektrifikaci, která vlastně byla až do nástupu Franklina Delano Roosevelta, tak byla překonána právě díky jeho podpoře družstevnictví a díky tomu se nakonec Spojené státy k elektrifikaci aspoň někdy v 70. letech přiblížily na úroveň Rumunska. Takže tady vidíme, že ta role družstevnictví je důležitá a já bych tedy teď představil hosty, já se tady invazivně asi pak vezmu zase tu kávu. Takže bych tady přivítal naše vzácné hosty, kteří tady budou mluvit o svých zkušenostech. Po mé pravici sedí Christian Pomper, který je zástupce družstevního svazu. Vedle máme kolegu Martina Mikesku, který se zabývá problematikou obnovitelných zdrojů. Pak bych představil paní Taniu Gaudien, která vede, nebo která se podílí na práci družstva ve Spolkové republice Německo, a nakonec Karla Polaneckého, kterého všichni známe z jeho působení především hnutí Duha a v jeho zásluhách za rozvoj a podpory zelené energetiky. Takže nebudu to zdržovat a poprosím pana Pompera o první vstup.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation. I'm really honored to be here and introduce the new cooperative movement from Austria. My name is Christian Pomper. For 12 years, I've been active in the cooperative system. I worked in various organizations, cooperatives, cooperative banks, and I also work for a new revision cooperative called the Wind. I'd like to speak about the history of this new association and also establishment of new cooperatives that came out of this initiative. The first part of this conference was very interesting for me. It was because in Austria, cooperatives had problems with their reputation, with their image. We believe that it will become a super sexy term here. If we ask people about cooperative, get 3 answers. Either I don't know what it is, or it is very outdated, or does it have anything in common with something strange? Oh, these are definitely not answers that would be satisfactory, but we work on making modern cooperative sexy. We can call it evolutionary, revolutionary, or whatever cooperative. In the beginning, there was one stubborn man called Heini Staudingen, called financial rebel, because in 1912 there were some financial conflicts on the market. He wanted to push through the act, new act on financing. It was close to Gmin, close to Czech frontier, close to České Velenice, where they produce shoes and mattresses in Waldviertel. In his business, these products were sold in more than 50 shops in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. And Mr. Stauding wanted his workshop to be organized as a cooperative. He invited various representatives of different cooperatives, second from Egypt, or Mondragon from Basque, or another one from Berlin, and he decided to use this forum because Werkstätten were solidarity economy enterprises, because the social engagement was important for him. His legal form of cooperative offers a very good basis for that. It is a democratic form of organization that also focuses on its members, because there is the so-called member value instead of shareholder value. So the focus is on the member of the cooperative and not the focus on dividend. So this wish was quite sincere and honest. But in spite of that, there were certain hurdles on the way. In Austria, when you want to establish a cooperative, you need to be a member of an association of cooperatives. And in Austria, there are two big groups. One is Raiffeisen-Organisation and Volksbank. Wishing to establish a new cooperative, you might be deterred by various obstacles. In 2014, we decided to establish our own revision association of cooperatives in Austria. It hasn't happened anything like that for the past 100 years, and Mr. Staudinger used to say that. And we actually tried to establish, and we were quite naive. In 2014, we established a union or association that would enable the establishment of cooperative. In Austria, the situation is follows. Maybe it is similar in the Czech Republic. We have certain bureaucratic obstacles. You need to make an application to file it with the relevant ministry. It's a Ministry of Economy in our country, and then it goes on. There needs to be a counter-proposal and discussions, and then again. So in Austria, the market is dominated by those two big groups I've already mentioned. But we have some critical voices against this arrangement. So the establishment of a new revision association was quite welcome, because they said the current association is too small, they do not have enough members. And then finally, we did not give up. And that's also important to mention this. It's important to have the will to win, and sometimes you also are lucky. But in this association, there were various people who came up with various ideas. Mr. Staudinger was the main person. There was also an auditor who organized the revision, and there was also a lawyer who put together the application. So it was a long bureaucratic journey. In July 2015, we filed an application which was approved in December 2016. So the whole process lasted 2 years. But never give up. And it was also good that the political situation in 2016 was quite favorable for newly established associations. And so it was like a good wind. In 2016, we established association Rückenwind. We actually wanted to show the counterwind, which is the translation of the name. So we eliminated the obstacles in establishing of new cooperatives. Every month, a new cooperative is established. And these newly established cooperatives are really very diverse. they are active in various sectors: housing, energy, graphics, software, natural construction materials, really very different cooperatives. And this year we will have 25 members. This is the result of our 2-year activity, and I think it's quite successful. So, as I said, in December 2016, we established this revision association, Rückenwind, or Backwind. And after that, we established Gea Mama association. This is also in our logo, and Mama is a symbol of the universe. This cooperative has 2 tasks. The first task is to function as the center of our universe, the headquarters of the production of our sustainable products. We also offer media services to the whole group. I have brought several brochures that describe our activities. We also are involved in this advertising and promotional activities, and we also offer services to other members of the association, so controlling, payroll, accounting, and other services. So these are just a few examples of our activities. As I said, the Revision Association is called Rückenwind, and it is actually an association that supports non-profit cooperative. So, for us, it's important to support the activities of similar cooperatives. This is also described in our articles of association. The movement Rückenwind and Revision Association Rückenwind is the first newly established association of cooperatives over the past 100 years. I've already mentioned that there hasn't been any such association over the past 100 years. We rediscovered the original values that are the basis of our activity. We want to defend common values and work on this basis. In Austria, in the 19th century, actually in the 20th century, these common values suffered. And we actually re-emphasized these principles and values again, such as, for example, self-help. This has not been emphasized over the past years because it was especially the economic principles that we focused on. So we renewed these original values. So we were inspired by Friedrich Wilhelm Raiffeisen, who will soon celebrate an important anniversary. And it was also the Rochdale Society of Equitable Pioneers, which was founded in 1844. This was a society that was active in England. However, cooperative, as we know it, goes back to the times of Rochdale, which is the periphery of Manchester. So this tradition has been really very old. It is the tradition of cooperative society. These important values were rediscovered, and they include self-help, self-reliance and self-government. We again emphasized the principles of French Revolution, Rudolf Steiner's freedom in spirit, equality in front of law, before law, and also equality in the economy. And we also wanted to be active in several sectors. This is more important than monoculture. I already mentioned furniture, bags, and shoes. We run our own academy, and we also run our own hotel. Next year, we would like to focus more on housing. This will also be related to the activities of our hotel. We would like to establish the second housing cooperative. We want to emphasize the topic of housing and shared housing by several generations. Regarding our activities, they should always be sustainable, and we also want to be friendly to our customers. It is actually a sister cooperative, Geasoft EG, and we are actually a pioneer in the open source. Our IT products and services should be sustainable and user-friendly. In the past year, we also were awarded the prize in the field of climate protection, and we would like to establish a new cooperative that will be involved in these issues, the issues of the protection of climate. We are also engaged in projects that focus on development aid in Africa, support children, and education of children and youth. In the years to come, we'd like to establish several cooperatives in order to create new jobs for 10,000 to 14,000 people. We would like to have our voice heard more in Austria, and we would also like to implement various principles that are the basis of our activity, and we would like to eliminate deformations in our economy. Thank you very much for your attention. The time's up, and in conclusion, I have to say, viva la cooperación. Thank you for your attention once again.